It has been a little over 6 months since surging floodwaters ravaged parts of central Texas and the Hill Country. The flooding killed 27 girls and counselors, that is, at Camp Mystic, which is along the Guadalupe River. As a result of the tragedy, there are now new safety measures being installed at the portion of the property reopening next year. Gage Golding reports.
Before this was a camp, this was just a dammed up lake that was like a fishing, swimming hole.
Even under an overcast sky, it isn't hard to see the beauty in this place. A sort of peaceful paradise where wind chimes play a melody and leaves dance amongst the trees.
And this is where my father would teach the girls fishing.
Camp Mystic became the epicenter of the aftermath of the Texas Hill Country floods. 25 kids and 2 camp counselors didn't survive the floodwaters that night.
Britt was here, but at the higher camp, Cypress Lake.
As we were watching over the girls here, we were fortunate this camp didn't flood.
It's the Cypress Lake camp that the Eastland family is reopening next year. Those cabins along the Guadalupe, though, will stay closed as lawsuits and state investigations hang in the air. But before any kids claim a bunk at Camp Mystic, the rules around safety are changing.
We're working with a third-party safety experts to come up with a good plan that, again, the parents feel comfortable with, too.
A big part of that are these towers. They're a brand new flood detection system that was created by a group of guys in Austin.
We're all dads. In fact, several of us, our daughters go to camp together. We know where the threat is coming from. We just don't know when. Like, why has this not been solved?
Flood danger, run to higher ground.
This could be the answer. The tower's detective floodwater goes into the bottom of the system.
This is simple water detection, lights, and sirens.
They have a plan to install about 100 of these towers all up and down the Guadalupe River. Now, here's the really cool thing. They don't rely on electricity or cell or satellite. They actually communicate with each other using a super long-range Wi-Fi type signal.
But it can send a very simple, two-way encrypted code that says, turn yourself on, we have water here.
It's why camps want the tech. Camp La Junta and Rio Vista are already on board. There's even talks of how they can share these alerts with emergency responders and people who live along the river.
Adding these was a no-brainer for me because it's one more thing we can do to protect the kids.
It's the start of a very long road for the camps along this winding river.
Do you think that there's work to be done by camps to earn that trust back from parents?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's probably a mountainous task.
It is. And we understand that this is a year and a summer that a lot of parents are going to ask a lot of questions, and a lot of parents are maybe going to say this isn't the summer we are going to bring our daughter.
The goal is to have all of those 100 River Century towers installed and ready to go by the time the first campers show up in the spring of 2026.
And you can stay connected to what's happening across the Lone Star State with Texas News Now, your daily statewide newscast with the top headlines and the stories that matter, and weather from every corner of Texas. You can catch it streaming weekdays at 11 a.m. or anytime on demand on CBS 19+.